lying autocrats. Fortunately, we have no experience with that sort of thing here in the U.S. of A. Good morning. Good morning.
It's opposite day for Russia.
Yes. Oh, that's right. Aren't they? Also, it's being portrayed as a giant victory already for Putin over on Russia TV. And by Russia TV, I mean Fox News.
Yeah.
And also Russian TV.
And they're withdrawing.
I have no experience. You know, I'm not a penis aficionado, so I have no experience in whether they're actually withdrawing. Are they actually pulling out? I don't think they ever.
They consider adding 7,000 troops withdrawing.
Yes.
That's what they call it. So that's why it's opposite day in Russia.
Right. I have a guess the quote for you.
Oh, okay, great.
Along these lines.
Okay,
To
good.
start the day. I know, pop quiz early.
Yeah.
You're not quite awake.
Not warmed up.
That's when I get you when you're vulnerable. Who said Biden has won on this issue? He has unified all of Europe on our side. We may have strengthened NATO because now other countries want to be a part of it. Putin is getting nothing out of this.
The
Dick
hair bit-
Grayson.
Pardon me? Who?
Go ahead.
Dick Grayson.
Oh, he took it.
All right.
Oh, I thought we both yell him out.
No, that was Malcolm Nance on the
Stephanie Miller.
show. It didn't happen if it didn't happen on the Stephanie Miller show. Live from Ukraine yesterday, Malcolm Nance on...
Stephanie Miller.
Yes. Huh? Okay. At least I'm not quoting me on me again. This made my brain hurt really early. Ron tweets, Marita Bartiromo said this morning that the entire conflict between Russia and Ukraine was concocted by Jake Sullivan to distract from Hillary Clinton's campaign spying on Trump.
Yes.
Yeah.
They're susceptible to the conspiracy theories over there.
That feels like it involves time travel.
Okay, also, did we mention that Hillary Clinton didn't spy on...
But the Hillary story is to distract from Trump.
Right. So everybody's in on it. Ukraine
Right.
and Russia also, presumably. Also two in addition. And then what? Okay. Hillary tweet. Have I mentioned that I'm going to die mad about
a couple of times. I think
heard
you even
that.
made a
I've
shirt
heard-
about
I've
that.
heard
Oh, there is a shirt. Oh, look. I got a new Saki Bomb shirt. For Jen Psaki. Isn't it fantastic? It's the original with the
With the
bomb
shot
in the
glass.
sake glass. Yeah, it's very exciting. Okay. Look, I didn't go with the baseball shirt for once. I went with the graphic tee. Isn't it fantastic?
I mean, it is graphical.
Thank you. StephanieMiller.com.
I like that kind of bomb. You know, it's just a black ball with a
Yes.
fuse coming out of it.
Exactly.
Old school. We're
Old school-
vintage.
Yes.
Exactly.
Exactly.
Oh, speaking of which, someone on Twitter yesterday said, have you blackballed Jackie Schechner? And I said, no, she is family and is welcome anytime. So she will be joining us when?
I will
Soon.
I will work on it.
She had a job where she couldn't.
Why does people always assume if someone hasn't been on for a minute that we've had them killed or otherwise blackballed them? No, she had a job where she couldn't
Right.
do radio and now she can. So everybody, ba ba ba. Everybody's beautiful. She'll be on soon. And we miss her madly too.
There have been a couple of people that we haven't asked back.
That's why we don't speak of it, Chris.
But then there's also Barbara Mikulski, who we had on, and
who
then
have asked
she
not
said
to come
she
back.
wouldn't come
Yes,
back.
people that have asked not to come back.
Yes.
Which is a very short list, which includes...
Barbara Mikulski. Senator Barbara Mikulski.
Yes. Okay. Anyway, speaking of Hillary, she tweeted, because she's funny, Trump and Fox are desperately spinning up a fake scandal to distract from his real ones, so it's a day that ends in Y. She's funny. Okay. She said the more his misdeeds are exposed, the more they lie. For those interested in reality, here's a good debunking of their latest nonsense. And she tweeted the Vanity Fair thing. You can find it anywhere now. New York Times, Washington Post. This is a completely ridiculous, made up. What are the Chirons saying, Travis? They're like, Hillary spied on Trump. Trump suggests execution. We're all just like, oh, okay.
It's David Ensign
First of
Why.
all, it was computer. They were checking for malware in the White House, and it was when Obama was president.
Right.
Oh my God, it's not even okay. I can't. Okay, I have another guess the quote.
Okay.
Yeah. See, caught you napping. Thought that was the only pop quiz in segment one, didn't you?
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Who said Biden's strategy is starting to look like a pretty good one? What's better than tricking the guy who threatened war into threatening peace? I do wonder, does Biden get credit if this new approach succeeds? Who says that?
You've taken it over.
Oh, let's go Damian Wayne.
You're equally as bad at this as Chris is. That was Julia Ihoff, excuse me.
Oh.
The reporter and Russia expert. Yes, I know, Jamie. I know. Okay. Yes, in Russia, Putin media is celebrating the president, much like they do here on Fox News.
Yes.
They said the war with Ukraine has temporarily been postponed. Is that what they're going with? Yes, and they're celebrating Putin. The state media has focused on painting Putin withdrawal as a victory, much like they do on Fox News.
Right.
The same state media has been, they said the boss never works according to someone else's schedule, and he doesn't do what he's told to do. We won this round. Okay.
All right.
All right. Well, okay, if you say so. Okay. In honor of my sake bomb shirt, could we please have some sake bombs
Sure.
on this subject? Thank you.
Can you comment on Russia's investigation into claims of alleged mass graves of civilians supposedly killed by Ukrainian forces in the Russian-controlled regions in eastern Ukraine? Do you believe this is part of the false flag operations that you've been warning of?
Sure. Well, let me start by saying, as you heard the President say yesterday and Secretary Blinken earlier today, we're in the window where we believe an attack could come at any time, and that would be preceded by a fabricated pretext that the Russians use as an excuse to launch an invasion.
As she said, she went on to say...
We've seen these tactics used in the past. So those could include, but not be limited to, the report you just referenced, claims of provocation in Donbass, false state media reports, which I think everybody should keep their eyes open and aware of that potential, faked videos, false accusations about chemical weapons, or accounts of attacks on Russian shoulders that have not actually occurred.
Can I just say again, I think Biden has handled this about as well as you possibly could.
Especially after the mess he was left.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, exactly. Yeah, by emboldening Putin for 4 years. But I mean, this intelligence, all of it.
Yeah.
Telling the entire world, we see you. We see what you do. You're doing. We're releasing the intelligence on it. He framed, obviously the speech was brilliant, as Malcolm said yesterday, in terms of talking directly to the Russian people. This is framed as strictly a Russian aggression. And the biggest thing we learned is how important NATO is.
Absolutely.
Donald Trump did Putin's bidding at every turn.
Yeah.
Denigrating NATO, saying NATO shouldn't exist anymore. This is why we have strength, because, he's able to say, all of the allies are going to sanction. All of the allies are together on this,
including Germany, who has an economic interest with Russia,
right?
With the pipeline going through Germany,
right? But this is the whole point of the American, position in the world and NATO. One more, Jen Psaki.
Does the administration believe that Putin is actually escalating this crisis in real time?
Well, I think, as Secretary Blinken also said, the Russian troops remain massed in a very threatening way at the border. And he was responding, I believe, to a good question about whether they were delivering on what they had promised yesterday. And the answer was no. There's what Russia says, and there's what Russia does, and we're watching very closely what steps they're taking, but they remain amassed in a threatening way at the border.
Watching you, you are not in the circle of trust. I love Jen Psaki.
Saki. Saki.
We have 3 Saki Bomb designs in StephanieMiller.com. It's very exciting.
I was looking at the monitor, and I could see the paw reaching up to you.
Yes.
No face, just a paw.
It's to stop me from dancing.
Yeah.
It's please, mommy, you're
It's
going
for
to
your own
hurt
good.
yourself.
For your own good.
Yeah.